Life is a series of punches. It presents a lot of challenges. It presents a lot of hardship. But the people that are able to take those punches and able to move forward are the ones that really do have a lot of success and have a lot of joy in their life and have a lot of stories to tell, too. I find that the best way to do things is to constantly move forward and to never doubt anything and keep moving forward. If you make a mistake, say you made a mistake. The arrow of time doesn't move forward forever. There's a phase in the history of the universe where you go from low entropy to high entropy. But then, once you reach the locally maximum entropy you can get to, there's no more arrow of time. Striving for success is healthy, but believing you need to succeed the first time around may backfire. Mentally strong people believe failure is part of the process toward a long journey to success. By viewing failure as a temporary setback, they're able to bounce back and move forward with ease. When you hold on to anger and unforgiveness, you can't move forward. I had a lot of tough times, and I know what it is. We must move forward, working equally and always strong. You move forward through knowledge. You prevail through knowledge. I love the word prevail. Prevail. For me, looking back is akin to being on a tightrope and looking down. It doesn't help you in the present moment to deal with what you have to deal with in order to move forward. I think in order to move forward into the future, you need to know where you've been. I don't have regrets, life is too short. You have to think about the positives and move forward. Everything must change, everything must move forward. If you help elect more gay people, that gives a green light to all who feel disenfranchised, a green light to move forward. It means hope to a nation that has given up, because if a gay person makes it, the doors are open to everyone. Look at the things you've done and ask for forgiveness. After clearing out that wreckage from the past, you can move forward, in a way, to keep your finger on the pulse. What gives me strength and inspires me is never to go back to where I once was. My inspiration is to see my son as he admires me and knowing that I have someone there who depends on me. I have to do things right. I have to move forward. For society to progress, we should not only move forward but also clean up after ourselves. Many times, the decisions we make affect and hurt your closest friends and family the most. I have a lot of regrets in that regard, but God has forgiven me, which I am very thankful for. It has enabled me to forgive myself and move forward one day at a time. There are so many difficult things we're living through in the world today, so many horrible events, but we cannot let them stop us. No matter what happens, I feel you must move forward with optimism and not get totally sideswiped. Women are called upon to defend every bit of progress we have made against particularly virulent attack, but we must also hold out a vision, put forth a positive agenda of what women need and want and then move forward toward that dream. We will move forward, we will move upward, and yes, we will move onward. Sometimes it takes looking at the past to really be able to move forward and learn from it. Even though you may want to move forward in your life, you may have one foot on the brakes. In order to be free, we must learn how to let go. Release the hurt. Release the fear. Refuse to entertain your old pain. The energy it takes to hang on to the past is holding you back from a new life. What is it you would let go of today? Things won't get better dwelling on the past. Accept what has happened, then move forward. Part of recovery is relapse. I dust myself off and move forward again. Throughout human history, in any great endeavor requiring the common effort of many nations and men and women everywhere, we have learned, it is only through seriousness of purpose and persistence that we ultimately carry the day. We might liken it to riding a bicycle. You stay upright and move forward so long as you keep up the momentum. As a professional athlete, a lot is going to be said about you, but I just try to move forward and try to achieve my goals. Be passionate and move forward with gusto every single hour of every single day until you reach your goal. Just do what you do. Sometimes you do well, and sometimes you do wrong, but you have to just be able to deal with yourself and move forward. In football, the worst things are excuses. Excuses mean you cannot grow or move forward. As long as you as an individual can convince yourself that in order to move forward as best you can, you have to be optimistic, you can be described as one of the faithful, one of those people who can say, well, look, something's going to happen. Let's just keep trying. Let's not give up. Entrepreneurs have a natural inclination to go it alone. While this do-it-yourself spirit can help you move forward, adding an element of collaboration into the mix can make you unstoppable. Screenwriting is like ironing. You move forward a little bit and go back and smooth things out. Clearly, if it is sensible to hold a referendum on independence, it is crucial that we have one on marriage. It is the only way the country can move forward on this issue. Let all those who have a view on this subject place their trust in the Scottish people and let Scotland decide. It's heavy, but I am able to carry it. Why? Because I'm an African woman. An African woman carries heavy loads anyway. That's how we are trained. We are brought up that nothing is unbearable. I use that now, positively. I use that now to have the thick skin that I have, and not fear, and move forward, and push forward. The point in history at which we stand is full of promise and danger. The world will either move forward toward unity and widely shared prosperity, or it will move apart. I grew up in a household with my mother, who was a Holocaust survivor. I very much understand the mentality that you cannot live in the past. You can't spend your entire life, or even portions of it, looking back and dwelling on things that have already happened. You have to move forward. Some people only ask others to do something. I believe that. Why should I wait for someone else? Why don't I take a step and move forward? By taking the time to stop and appreciate who you are and what you've achieved, and perhaps learn through a few mistakes, stumbles and losses, you actually can enhance everything about you. Self-acknowledgement and appreciation are what give you the insights and awareness to move forward toward higher goals and accomplishments. Every chapter in life helps you move forward. As I've long said, the Farm Bill is in need of major reform. At first chance, I voted to remove direct payments. Both the House and the Senate passed bills that end direct payments, and as we move forward, I hope we can work out the rest of the issues to implement the necessary reforms. The reason it has taken so long for the robotics industry to move forward is because people keep trying to make something that is cool but difficult to achieve rather than trying to find solutions to actual human problems. Technology can be extremely expensive if you don't focus. When you make a mistake and the devil comes and tells you, you're no good, you don't have to take on the guilt and condemnation he wants to put on you. No. You can immediately confess your mistake to God, thank Him for forgiving you and cleansing you with the blood of Jesus, and move forward in the victory of His grace and forgiveness. The object of my relationship with Vietnam has been to heal the wounds that exist, particularly among our veterans, and to move forward with a positive relationship. Apparently some in the Vietnamese government don't want to do that, and that's their decision. I think that the power is the principle of moving forward, as though you have the confidence to move forward, eventually gives you confidence when you look back and see what you've done. No company can afford not to move forward. It may be at the top of the heap today but at the bottom of the heap tomorrow, if it doesn't. Remember our proud history of social justice, universal health care, public pensions and making sure no one is left behind. Let's continue to move forward. I realized that success and pure creativity are not very compatible. The more successful you become, the more you become a product of something that generates money. Instead of being able to move forward freely and do what you really wish, you find yourself stuck and obliged to repeat yourself and your previous success. You can't keep letting people live their happy little lives in oblivion. To move forward they have to be uncomfortable. I think we spend so much of our lives trying to pretend that we know what's going to happen next. In fact we don't. To recognize that we don't know even what will happen this afternoon and yet having the courage to move forward, that's one meaning of faith. To move forward, you have to return home. Life moves fast. As much as you can learn from your history, you have to move forward. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.